All right. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure that I have this on air. Sometimes when you go live lately with YouTube, it doesn't register. So I gotta make sure it's clicked in, it's on, we're ready to go. We shall see. Right now, not looking like it. Which sucks. Oh, looks like we're good. That was interesting. All right, share the link. Copy. Let me share it with the chat. There we go. All right, I think we're good to go. Boom. All right. Let's make sure we got this here. All right. We're good. I got the chat up. What's going on, Mr. Lucius West? Mr. Loyalty there. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give it a second. Get to see if anybody funnels in here real quick so I don't have to repeat myself too much, although I will probably backtrack a couple times. Yeah, and I'm going to try and get everyone's help, if you will, with some other things going forward. I'm going to share this link in the chat as well. Boom. There's that. All right. Boom. I'm just going to tweet it. And then we're going to get into it. Kind of had a brief conversation with James. We went over a couple things as far as UWA goes. I know where he stands. I know where I personally stand, so I'm going to be able to address that. So that's going to be cool. So everybody knows. I want to get this rocking and rolling. As soon as I can get rocking and rolling and get things moving, gives me something to do, if you will. All right. Boom. All right. Okay. All right, that's been tweeted, so that's good. All right, let's see what we got. A couple, I think. If you're in here, let me know who's in here. This way I know who I've actually spoken to, who's listening, what have you, so I know what I need to do when I talk to the other guys, because it's early. Some people are at work, maybe still sleeping. Some people might be at school. They still do school. I don't even know. But this is what time is best for me, because I'm back to work in night shift, and hopefully that changes come the summertime, because both my daughters are planning on getting working, and then we have 3 incomes coming in. We're going to live a little bit better. Not that we're not living too good now, but it'll be nicer then, and I'll be able to do more shows, I think, when that happens, because I used to work 4 a.m. to 1 p.m., and I'm going to see if I can get back to that shift. I enjoyed that shift, because I'd go to work at 1, I'd come home, I'd stay up till 8, 9 o'clock, and it would allow me to do shows at 6, 7 o'clock in the evening and do a show. I want to do my shows for an hour. That's the goal, 1-hour episodes, because everybody's got a freaking life. So with that said, I can do more shows during the week, house shows, other little shows, this, that, and the other. All right, watching at work. Yeah, see, people at work, man, people at work. I messaged Ed. I wanted to see if he saw what's going on. Any case, as you guys saw us tweeting out and posting everywhere, myself and James, the UWA, Um, it's going to happen is the best way I can word it. But we have some, we'll call it technical difficulties. We wanted to do three companies. We never knew if it might have grown into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You just never knew what was going to happen with it. But the goal was to start with three: Metro Pro, Southern Wrestling Federation, and Frontier Championship. James and I were going to run the FCW and the MPW. His buddy was going to run the Southern, but something came up. It's not going to happen right now. Send your prayers his way. I'm not going to go in any further because that's his business. But he plans on doing it eventually. Is the still assumed goal? But you just still not know for sure what's going to happen. James isn't going to be ready to rock and roll on this particular version of WWE with what he has going on with his company until June or July. Somewhere in that window. That was the conversation we had earlier. So I just said to myself, you know what? Instead of worrying about MPW, instead of worrying about FCW, and instead of worrying about any of that, James and I need to just go out and do whatever we want, and what have you. Hold on. My daughter just messaged me. Oh shit. Excuse me. I appreciate this. Oh my god, I can't even spell people. All right. Now, as I was saying, I have decided I'm going to run RCW, which is Renegade Championship Wrestling. I'm going to go into some details with Renegade Championship Wrestling in just a moment. And I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to hear it because I plan on playing a video. And it's not going to get striked because it's mine. It's my song, my music, done for me. But I'll get into that in a minute. As far as I know, I believe James is going to be continue doing CSWA when everything happens. So what's going to happen is the UWA umbrella will eventually get built. It's eventually going to take place. It's eventually going to happen. But I'll be running Renegade Championship Wrestling out of Texas. He's going to be running the CSWA. I'm not exactly sure out of where. I never did ask him, and I never really knew where he did it from. But I'm going to assume Philly because he's from the area. So, like, I'll be in that region of the map. He'd be in that region of the map. If other people are running their companies and they want to get involved and they're willing to be active and interact with him, interact with me, and interact with whoever else might get involved, then boom, we're going to add them. And we're just going to create this united wrestling. It don't have to be a territory. You're in the north, you're in the south. It could just be united. We work together. We help each other out. We build each other. We get the characters and the people who want to be a part of person A's company, try to get them in part of person B's company or C's company. Not obviously all of them because people have lives, but I hope you understand where I'm going with this. Now, for those of you who know me and been around with the things I've done, you all know Global Wrestling Alliance. The GWA was my baby. That's my company that I ran and did and took care of forever. And build up and cherished and what have you. And all I can say is it meant something to me. And I never wanted to run them again, if you will, for various reasons, but I did. Then we eventually picked up the ICW later, and boy, did we all have fun with that. A lot of you guys were involved in that. But with my e-betting that I did on Geeksoft, which was also then known as GFed, the number one company that I ever ran in my life was the Renegade Championship Wrestling. I told myself I would never bring it back. This is why I'm bringing it back. I'm going to be 50 years old next summer. 50. Yeah, I'm an old fucking man, and I don't act like it. I don't care because I'm not going to live to be fit. I act like I'm 50. I'm going to live to enjoy my life. I love the professional wrestling business. I've been a part of it. I enjoy it. I break it down. I'm not a homer when it comes to certain things. I don't stand up for this company or that company because I like it. If it's what it is, I speak on it. If it sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to continue to support it because I like it or not. Whatever the case may be. Renegade Championship Wrestling will be my last stand. Whatever happens with this, that's it for me. If it lasts and it runs for a year, 10 years, whatever, awesome. If it runs for 10 weeks, a month, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. This is it for me. What the hell? Wow, okay. My daughters went looking for a heat blanket, but couldn't find one. But in any case, so RCW is it for me. I hope you guys understand that very simply. I'm done once RCW is over, whenever it may be. If we're rolling smooth and we're doing smooth and a new one comes out, I'm probably not buying it. So I want to let that be known now. This game you're looking at right now on your screen is it for me. As of right now, I spent $150 for this game to get a partial game. I mean, just in case, you got to hit play, and then you go in here and you got to do a match, and, the game's broken, but they don't sit there and make sure, you're good. Like right here, you see the ringside pass, triangle skips. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but I'm right now at tier 13, so if I want to skip to the end, boom. Oh, see, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that. But it's telling me $53.73. So let's get this right. I spent $150 for a game, but to unlock all the stuff down here on the bottom that is going to be a part of the game, I now need to spend another X amount of money to do it or play the game. And then people went out and found a way to get through this faster because they have lives and want to enjoy the game that they've already spent $150 on just for 2K to say, here's a patch to stop that. No can do. But when their community says this is broken or that's broken or this is an issue or that's an issue, we got to sit and wait sometimes days or weeks for it to get fixed. I couldn't even go here and get on this community creation section for the first 3 days. Took them forever to fix that. But the moment they knew, the patch was out. So I won't be doing that. Yeah, definitely got that from 2K and NBA. So I'm not going to be playing the game. I hate playing the game. I don't like playing wrestling games. I just don't. I like the old school wrestling games that are arcade style, pro wrestling from the Nintendo. There was a few WWE games that I liked back in the day, but they aren't fun to play. I don't like doing it. So, if you create a call for me and you want him on the show, and he's got something in this that I don't have unlocked, he ain't going to get downloaded. So you're going to have to change it. So make sure it ain't some shit from the My Rise, Ringside Pass, or wherever the fuck it's all from. Nope. Not happening. Don't care. You don't like it, then you ain't got to be here. All right. That being said, allow me to go into the belts. These are temporary titles. I am currently working on a program that I've been introduced to from James. I believe it's Chat GPT or some shit. I think that's what it's called. I'm learning how to make belts off of this program. So in the meantime, I got placement belts just so we have something to work with. And I'm only going to be doing 3 belts. Okay? This is a temp look at the World Tag Team title. Now, I love this belt, but it's flat. I am still learning how to do 3-dimensional style. James taught me a couple tricks, and I've done a couple belts since, and they look great. But in the meantime, until I get it worked, and I know what I'm supposed to type in and do what I need to do, this is the belt for the tag team division that's going to have us locked in. So, but like I said, these belts will get upgraded to look more realistic, more three-dimensional, more beautiful, kind of like my pretty face. No, just saying. Now, we are then going to have the television title. When I 3D this one, it's going to have the exact same look. The eagle, the TV cameras. Now, you see the straps. You got the YouTube logo because we're on YouTube. And then on the right, it's called RSPN. Yes, that was a play off of ESPN because our program was called RSPN because we were the Renegade Championship Wrestling. And again, like I said, I'll be playing a little video for you, and you'll hear at the very beginning, it's going to go RSPN. During Renegade, by the way, I was known as Marcus Williams. That was my character, and I'll be bringing that character back for RCW. Nobody will ever run RCW but a Marcus Williams character. So there's that. And then here's the world title. Looks pretty good. But like I said, if I can get this three-dimensional, and you all know I love Callum, the KO King. I made sure the freaking straps had the Scotland flag because nobody ever has it. I had to make sure we had it. But these are going to be the belts. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the red font because the original RCW was green. So I might go to the green, but you guys are going to see how I've gone completely away from the green and gone completely more Western, traditional style. You know, outlaw, renegade, cowboy, Texas, saloon, all that theme. You're going to see it in a minute. I kept the arena simple. I was going to go with a full salon style look, but I couldn't get it to work. So I said, you know what? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Simple could work good. My daughter's just bought stuff for $20. All right. Now, before I get into the arena, let me know if you guys can hear this because I'm going to play it. And if you guys want the link to it, let me know, and I'll send it to you. But and you see the original RCW logos on there, and other things of that nature. So let me and you see the original RCW logos on. Mute that. All right, here we go. Let me rewind this shit. RSPN. Renegade Championship Wrestling. Let's go. This will be our intro to our show every week. It's a dope down. This is about to go down. We light it up, yes, then we run the whole dance. Kings in the game, so we hold grounds. Number one spot, what we call home dance. Yeah. You got them to know. I got you. Now, during this song, you're going to hear names. I'm an underdog like Brian Sellis. Brian Sellis was in our EFED. He lost like 15 matches in a row before he started to win. We had a wrestler named Jake Adonis, and he says, Jakey, baby, the Baller and Carter tag team. Some of you remember the name Baller. There was a guy known Twice Nightly. He makes the verse, your girl come to my house twice nightly. We had Tommy Gunn. We had the Genetic. We had the Icon, Jason Toombs. The guy who has the video uploaded, his YouTube account is called The Jinx Effect. He's got the video up. He was the bounty hunter, William Cateran. Absolute class of a dude. He was one of my staff guys. He was my Ed before I had Ed. Then there was Brian Lee. I believe it was Brian Lee, what he called himself. I think that's right. But either way, his name is Brian Lofton. He was my Ed before there was Ed. I had those two guys. But Brian and I had a fallout. Because I literally, you guys are going to laugh, during a storyline, my character attacked his character, talked shit on his character. You know, he called the police on me and said I was trying to hurt him. I had to explain what E-Fed wrestling was to this freaking cop, and he was losing it on the phone going, this can't be real life. So in the song, you'll hear, be like Lee and get to snitching. I'll play a little bit more of it, and then I'll get more into what we're doing with the images here. I'll show you the arena. Listen, I'm a renegade, yeah, we seen better days now, when we let you wait, you better run. Jealous, you ain't even gotta say now, I can smell it. I'm coming up in the game, and that's why you're jealous. I used to be an underdog like Brian Sellers, and now I never get beat like acapellas. You can love me, you hate me, baby, little more, Mr. Nice Guy. Jakey, baby. Watch you
faces, you being the best is genetics. I'm a anti-Jason, so they know they ain't stopping us. We like the mafia, so don't be surprised if we hit them with the Tommy gun. Me and rap like baller recorder together, but we only getting stronger and stronger. Your girl gave a number like call me the mother, so I'ma come through and just call it the sorrow. It's a showdown, this is about to go down. Light it up, then we burn.
I think you guys get the point. Anyway, like I said, I'll give you the full link. What's going on, Strange Dog? All right, let me show you the arena and what I did. Well, first, actually, I grabbed some guys off Community Creations, and here they are. BJ Styles, Casey Cashman, Chris Coma, Chris Majors, Hank the Tank, Dub Majors, Dallas Carter, CJ Black, Herbert Howard, Jake Page, James Casey, JD Harris. I'm not sure if I'm using Lobo. I'm not going to lie. This has something to do with Powerhouse and his son if I'm going to use it. Justin Storm, Jimmy Valentine Jr., Jeremiah Stone, Mike Stokes, Rico Blaze, Rolando Woods, Sean Harris, Taco Lopez. This guy's in a piece of work. This guy's being worked. Shark Sonico and Teddy Robinson. So the roster is about 20 to 25. There's going to be filler guys. If they get over and do well, I'm going to include them as a part of the main show permanently, even if they're filler guys. I personally can do promo work for them if I have to. Shit's going to be fun because I don't want this being too crazy, too serious like before. I want it to be fun. Now, I'm going to show you the ring, and you guys can see what you think of it. Now, me and James are doing sponsors with our shit. So, right here, the Longhorn Bar and Grill is an official sponsor of RCW, as is Blackstone Whiskey. And here is your official RCW logo that I was telling you about. You see a little bit of the Texas flag, the gun, the cowboy skull with the hat and the hay and the boots and the horseshoe and the rope. Straight Renegade, straight cowboy, what have you theme. I think it looks good. Now, the show, as you heard during the song, was called Showdown. Let me see, I can do it better this way. Hold on. Oh, nope. Gotta get down there. I'm still learning how to control this. There we go. I tried to kind of get it off the, whoa, there's some shoes. Yeah, I'm sucking at this. There you go. Whatever. Good enough. You guys can see that. Got the horns, even got the badge of the sheriff. Then you got the whole nine. You guys can see it. You got lanterns, which is crazy. This is all off that program. I just told them what I was looking for. This is what they sent me. Now, I'm going to also have this company being brought to you by another company, so to speak, to represent, make it a little bit more realistic and a little bit more fun. And I'm going to show you that logo in a second. And then I'm probably going to hop off. And again, if you guys want to get involved and you already got your call, you know how to get a hold of me and tell me how to download it. Some people kind of want their calls being billed. I'll tell you right now, I don't think James is accepting anybody he's got to build calls for. But I could be wrong there. But nonetheless, I have PS5, Strange Dog. Just let me know. We'll see what we can do. But in any case, so you're aware, we are going to be brought to you by Spider Monkey Productions. Spider Monkey Productions is in honor of that fucking goofball known as Dwayne Ritter, Ed's son. I have always called him Spider Monkey. So there you go. Fucking Spider Monkey Productions is going to be presenting Renegade Championship Wrestling. That fucking logo, I'm sorry, is the greatest goddamn thing ever. And in his hand is a controller because it's Dwayne's favorite thing. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're doing. So if you guys have any questions, thoughts, opinions, what have you, you let me know as soon as you can or whatever. Look at that ring apron. Let me show you that before I forget. It's supposed to look like old school, chewed up brown leather with the logo on it. I think it works, but it's a little not clear for me. But we'll see what we can do with it. Nonetheless, Renegade Championship Wrestling is ready to be put together today. today. I just got to build the roster, and we're going to be ready to roll. I don't know if I'm going to start next week or not, but until then, we'll see you later.